What's up, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Sade as we continue through a greatest hits compilation provided by Sofia. Thank you as always. And indeed, I've been jumping around. I've not been going through this in chronological order. I've just been picking tracks. I think we've done 10 previously. I think this will be the 11th. There's 16 tracks in the folder overall, so we still have some more to go. And the one I chose this time is Never As Good As the First Time, which fundamentally speaks to an experience being especially impactful and or memorable because it is new, because it is not something you've known before, and thus the idea that there might be, over time, diminishing returns, or at the very least, that the significance and the excitement will never be higher than it is the very first time. Now obviously that can be in relation to a lot of things, but knowing that a lot of her songs seem to be about romance and passion, relationships, intimacy, I'm thinking maybe more this is about the first time being with someone. And while that can be, of course, interpreted more physically, I think it might also be about the larger combination of emotions, interpersonal interaction, and yes, physical intimacy as well. So I do expect it to be somewhat in that direction, though of course it might happen on multiple levels. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by Luca. I didn't even know you were in here. Yeah, she just came out of nowhere. So yes, I would expect it to be in that direction of relationships and emotional connection, and maybe physical connection as well, and perhaps maybe most directly a physical connection. But yeah, I guess there's differing opinions on that. Maybe the idea that, yeah, it can be particularly exciting the first time, but maybe with more involvement and a longer term connection, something might actually be more significant. So yeah, I don't necessarily think everyone would have the same attitude, that it's never as good as the first time, no matter what you're talking about. But certainly that is an attitude that I think is quite common. In any case, I'll stop speculating and we'll listen to it. This is Sade. The tune is Never As Good As the First Time, and it's included on a Best of Sade CD.
It's like the weather one day, chicken next day feathers. The rose we remember, the thorns we forget. We love and leave, we never spend a minute on regret. It is a possibility, the more we know, the less we see. Second time is not quite what it seems. Natural as the way we came to be. The second time won't live up to the dream. It's never as good as the first time. It's never as good as the first time. First time.
I enjoy those melodic vocals, not singing actual words, but just carrying the melody with her vocals, which it sounded like maybe she was doubled or tripled there in terms of like the vocal lines. And I wondered right at the beginning, I was like, wait, is that a male voice? Like maybe it's just Sade singing much lower, but I think there was another voice on there. Either way, it's interesting because, like, in general, I think it's roughly in the direction I thought, talking about a first kiss and how, the second time might not live up to this dream, this vision that you have. Once the first experience is in the bag or been had, then you might, like, oh, this is how it's going to play out and so on, and maybe it doesn't live up to that. But then I thought, like, maybe it's that, but more, because there was a line about, like, we love them and we leave them. And then there was a distinction between like knowing and seeing. It felt like maybe it was in the voice of characters who indeed seek out sort of like one night stands, for lack of a better phrase, and then that's all they want to have because they know that once it gets more serious, once the realities become more apparent and it's not this kind of magical one-off thing, then it gets more complicated. Then it is saturated by anxieties or pressures or stresses. So it felt like maybe that's the idea, that, the voice of this character, or maybe those who are like-minded in this regard, again, they're not looking for more reality. They're looking for these special first kisses, first nights together, and so on. And I guess, first might not even be the right phrase, because if it's only that, well, then there's no second. So it's not really a first. It's just the one time. So, yeah, it felt like maybe it's the idea that, people who are of this opinion that it's never as good as the first time, they don't want to spoil that then. They don't want to come back for a second and a third time because it's going to be disappointing. It'll be a letdown, or at the very least, it'll be inferior to that kind of magic one-off of a kiss, a night together that, can never be replicated. It can never live up to that because, again, then, like, expectations get out of sync with what happened that first time. So yeah, it felt like maybe that's kind of the point. Now maybe it is just a more philosophical statement and it's not so much about like her playing a character or speaking through the voice of those who do have this attitude, although I guess like functionally that's kind of the same thing. It's if you're making a philosophical point, then you're speaking through the lens of someone who holds that philosophical position, and there might be others who think differently. But yes, ultimately a very smooth tune. It had some energy, like it wasn't quite as, what's the right word, like deep and lush. It it had a groove to it, definitely some pop and bass along the way, which really did stand out maybe more than any other element. But there was some strings, which again I'm guessing those are like string keyboards, maybe not, but yeah, so it had lush texture, and it certainly had a smoothness like every track I've heard from her/them so far. But again, the drum rhythm and the bass guitar gave it a bit more of a like energetic feel than some of the others that we've heard. So yeah, again, she's got a lovely voice. As I said, I think maybe there's someone else on vocals here, or maybe she just did like start a lot lower and in a tone that was less like obviously feminine in its character. But either way, I definitely enjoy the vocals, which again, at this point, it feels like that's almost a given when it comes to her/their songs. But yes, what? Okay, fine. I was going to put you on your chair, but she comes and goes as she pleases. She is as capricious as the narrator of this song, who, it's never as good as the first time, apparently. Nevertheless, we will probably see her in another video, and I'm looking forward to more from the Sade CD. Thank you again to Sofia, and as I said, I think there's 5 left now, so, still a few in this journey. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.